Did you know that a simple ancient practice could support your gut health, lower inflammation, and even boost your immune system? You've probably heard of oil pulling, but what if I told you it was more than just a natural teeth whitener? Well, today I wanted to dive into the science behind oil pulling and how it connects to your gut health, especially if you have IBD or digestive challenges. Plus, I'll share with you how to do it correctly, what the best oils to use are, and how to make it part of your daily routine. And of course, I'll have a free resource for you on how to manage IBD on the go. Because let's face it, gut health shouldn't hold you back from living your life. So stay tuned. Hey friend, welcome to Gut Fix. Are you ready to finally get rid of those debilitating digestive symptoms? Do you catch yourself staying up late Googling things like, what can I eat? Or how do I stop a flare? Or maybe you're just lying awake wondering, how did this ever happen to me? I'm Wendy, and I've been exactly where you are, desperately searching for answers, but determined to find natural solutions. And like you, I was overwhelmed by all the conflicting information out there and unsure of what might really work for me. And so now in this podcast, I'm here to share with you what I've learned, how to listen to your body's signals, and uncover the common mistakes that might be standing in the way of your healing. So grab your favorite drink, pop in your earbuds, and let's dive into your health transformation together. So welcome back to another episode of Gut Fix. So today I wanted to talk about oil pulling, something that I recently started to do probably within the last 6 months to a year, and the benefits that I've seen too. And so first of all, what is oil pulling? Well, oil pulling is an ancient Ayurvedic practice that involves swishing oil in your mouth for, about 10 to 20 minutes per day. It's traditionally done with coconut oil or olive oil for health benefits. It acts as a deep cleanse for your mouth. It pulls out the toxins and bacteria. And, the science behind oil pulling is, again, it can help reduce harmful bacteria. So there's studies out there that show that oil pulling can lower streptococcus. It's a major cause of your cavities. And harmful bacteria that's linked to inflammation, which obviously for those that suffer with IBD, inflammation is at the root, right? Also, the detoxification pathway. So the mouth is the first line of defense in your digestive system. And oil pulling can help remove those toxins before they ever get to your gut. But think about this. When you first wake up in the morning, you've got morning breath, right? And because that's from all the bacteria and the toxins that are in your mouth. And if you go even just drink a glass of water or eat something before brushing your teeth or oil pulling, all of that bacteria and toxins are getting into your gut. And so we want to prevent that, right? So it also supports your oral microbiome balance. So when you have a balanced oral microbiome, that will simply translate to better digestion and overall better gut health. So the mouth-gut access, everything in your mouth eventually makes its way to your gut. So by reducing all of that bad bacteria in your mouth, it means less strain on your digestion overall. The inflammation reduction, studies link poor oral health to systemic inflammation, which can be a major trigger for IBD flares. But also, when you have systemic inflammation, starting from, oral, that is so close to the brain that can even cause inflammation in the brain, right? So think dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, those kinds of things. And so, it also has a very strong immune system boost. So, we know 70% of the immune system is in the gut. And by lowering the toxic load in your mouth, that can enhance your overall immune resilience, right? It doesn't have to work so hard to fight that bacteria in your gut. And then it also helps with improved nutrient absorption, which is also a challenge for those with IBD, getting the proper nutrients absorbed. So a clean, balanced oral microbiome aids in better digestion, which can help those struggling with those malabsorption due to the IBD. So how do you do oil pulling? What is the right oil to choose? So first of all, there are, like I said, two main oils that you can use. Coconut oil benefits are best for antibacterial action, for reducing oral candida, and for inflammation control. It has very powerful antimicrobial properties because it contains lauric acid, which has a very strong antifungal and antibacterial effects. But again, it also helps to reduce that say that 10 times fast. Streptococcus mutans, the bacteria that's responsible for cavities and gum disease. It can also combat the candida overgrowth in your mouth, which is linked to gut dysbiosis and also leaky gut. And lauric acid is known to reduce inflammation in the gums. That can also lower the body's overall inflammatory load. Once again, very crucial for those that are suffering with IBD. And then, it does support your gut health and microbiome balance. So by reducing the harmful bacteria in the mouth, you are lowering the risk of swallowing those toxins and all that bad bacteria that can definitely disrupt your gut health. Again, helping to prevent leaky gut syndrome and the overall inflammation. The fun benefits of oil pulling and especially coconut oil, specifically coconut oil, I should say, is that it whitens your teeth naturally. So it breaks down the plaque and the stains without using those harmful chemicals. I don't know if you've ever tried to do teeth whitening with those bleaches, those tooth bleaches, but I have very sensitive teeth, so I honestly can't use them. It just hurts my teeth too much. But I just recently went to the dentist and for a checkup and a cleaning, and she said, "What are you using to whiten your teeth?" And I said, "Coconut oil. It's pretty cheap too." It also works to freshen your breath. So it reduces sulfur-producing bacteria, which is what causes you that bad breath. So then olive oil, the benefits of using olive oil, it's best for its antioxidant protection, for heart health, and it also helps to reduce oxidative stress. So, olive oil is very rich in antioxidants, specifically polyphenols. It contains hydroxytyrosol, which is known to combat oxidative stress and inflammation. And, by supporting a healthy oral microbiome, you're reducing the risk of gum disease and that overall systemic inflammation. Also, olive oil can help to reduce the bacterial, although it's not an antimicrobial like coconut oil is. Olive oil still helps to reduce harmful bacteria and those toxins that are in your mouth before they get to your gut. It does support cardiovascular and gut health because it helps to balance the gut microbiome by reducing that systemic inflammation once again. It does contain, olive oil does contain monounsaturated fats that supports your gut lining and can possibly improve your overall digestion. It does help to soothe sensitive teeth and gums because it has a milder, let's say less intense feel than olive oil. So it can be a very good choice if you have sensitive teeth or gums. So which one should you choose? Well, for anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial benefits, choose your coconut oil. If you're looking for antioxidant and heart health support, you'll choose olive oil. If you're looking for just overall gut health benefits, either one, frankly, is great. And so how do you oil pull? So basically the step-by-step guide is you simply take about a teaspoon of oil. I usually do a little bit more. I just have a little tiny cup that I put it in, and I know how much I want to use. It's a little more than a tablespoon. But you want to swish that around in your mouth pretty rigorously, not, like you're, just kind of swishing, almost like you would be swishing and swish it around for 10 to 20 minutes and start with 5 minutes when you're first starting out, just because it it takes a little bit to get used to. You want to spit it out when you're done, spit it out into some tissue and throw it out in the trash. You don't want to put it in the sink because it can clog your pipes. So just be careful of that. And make sure you don't swallow it while you're doing it, because then you're getting those toxins in there. But then you want to rinse with some warm water, maybe even some salt water if you want, and then brush your teeth as usual. I'm telling you, the first time, the best time to do it is first thing in the morning before you even ever take a little sip of water, and certainly before eating. But I do it as soon as I get up in the morning, and it's amazing how fresh and clean your mouth feels when you're done with it. So there's some common questions and misconceptions about oil pulling. One of the questions that we hear is that, will oil pulling make me feel worse before it'll make me feel better? Well, you may possibly feel some mild detox symptoms, like you could possibly have a light headache. These are very usually temporary. Personally, I didn't feel anything, but some people are more sensitive, and of course, everybody's different, right? And another common question that we hear is, can I do it with braces or dental work? Yes, but you can. You just want to use it with a lighter oil, like your coconut. So coconut oil is a lighter oil that will avoid any damage to the dental work or the braces. And then how long until you see benefits? Well, some people notice fresher breath and whiter teeth in as little as a week. Gut health usually will take a little longer, more like a few weeks. Personally, I noticed the fresher breath and whiter teeth. That's probably about right. I probably noticed that within the first week, but it just keeps building on it, right? It just keeps getting better. The gut improvements did take a little bit longer for me. I would say I started to notice a big difference probably after about a month. And so once again, everybody's different, but it's something that you might consider trying. It's an easy add to your routine. Like I said, first thing in the morning before you get started for your day, do it. And it's amazing how clean and fresh your mouth feels. And don't be surprised if the next time you go to see your hygienist that they mention, oh, how did you get such white teeth? So that's a nice added benefit. So I hope that you got some benefit from this. If you didn't know about oil pulling before and the benefits of it for your gut health, but also whiter teeth and fresher breath, I hope that you got some value out of this. If you did, please like and subscribe and send this to anybody that you know that could benefit from it. So thanks again for tuning in. And until next week, stay happy and stay healthy. So now that you know how oil pulling can support your gut health and your immune system, why not add it to your IBD-friendly routine? Managing IBD isn't just about food. It's about reducing inflammation from every angle. And if you're always on the go and wondering how to keep up with gut-friendly habits while traveling or just juggling a busy schedule, I've got something for you. My free IBD on the Go guide gives you practical tips for managing IBD anywhere. So whether you're commuting, dining out, or taking a trip, download it by heading over to bit.ly/IBD guide. That's bit.ly/IBD guide, or you can click in the show notes below. But let's make gut health easier anytime and anywhere. Hey friend, I hope today's episode brought you some real value. If it did, would you take just 30 seconds to share it with a friend who might be struggling to get her gut in check? And if you're feeling extra generous, leave me a review on Apple. It absolutely lights me up knowing that this podcast is making a difference for you. All right, it's time for me to grab my protein shake and get my gut happy. I'll see you back here next Tuesday for another episode of Gut Fix. And until then, stay happy and stay healthy.